Let's see. Hello. Is anybody here yet? Or anybody about to be here? Took me a little bit to get on. Um, let's see, I'm going to my channel on my computer as well. So if there's anything on chat that I have to watch, as soon as somebody gets in here, I'm going to find out if my music in the background is a little loud. To me, it's starting to sound a little loud. It didn't at the time that I had it on. Computer as well. Turn it down a little bit. So if there's anything on chat that I have to watch, pause my laptop. As soon as somebody gets in. Yep, we are live. So give a few minutes for people to show up. I also want to be able to go back over here. I'm just waiting. Since nobody's in here, I'm going to go ahead and continue to try and set up my laptop. I'm going to move my phone up to... Sorry, guys. Don't want you to see my fingers. Waiting for a couple moderator or two, at least one, to get in here. And then we'll go ahead and do our weekly readings. Diana, hi, sweetheart. How are you? Just sorry, still setting up. David, good to see you in here. I hope you're doing well. You haven't reached out in a while, so I'm taking that as a good sign that you're doing all right. We're just waiting for a moderator or two or five to get in here. And then we'll go ahead and get started with some crystal talk. We're not going to talk long today about crystals. I'm only going to do one crystal today. Oh shoot, I just realized I forgot to turn off my notifications. So bear with me if my phone makes any kind of weird noises. Teddy, hi sweetheart, how are you? Yes, good evening. I'm kind of liking this a little bit later. Like I don't get off work until like 5:30. And then I have to go to my friend's house if it's a day off and get my things and then come all the way home. So it's kind of a long ordeal, but I only have one more week to do this, and they're still looking for my new store where they're going to place me because they decided not to place me because I put up a fight. I didn't want to be placed at the store that they had eventually chosen for me. But anyways, neither here nor there. Barb! Oh, yes, we have Barb. We can get started. Let's get the party started. Okay. Jean should be along shortly. She didn't confirm. She just asked me to let her know what time I was going on tonight. Like I was saying, took a little bit to get me to my house tonight. I am off tomorrow, so I'm home for the night. Just one night again. Again, like I said, it's only one more week, and so I'm so excited. I see a light at the end of the tunnel for me. So we're going to talk about celestite tonight as our crystal. I feel like this is a very Aquarian crystal, but it's also very good for just about anybody. But I'd say it's a very strong crystal for anybody with a lot of air or water in their charts. And for Aquarius, since we just went into our Aquarius full moon, on the 23rd, 24th. This is a really good stone for this time period for anybody, not just at this time, but anytime. But definitely at this time, it's a stronger energy for what's going on, excuse me, at this time with the full moon in Aquarius. It is the stone of angels, and it's a very heavenly stone. So if you think about the energy of the heavens and the angels, that's kind of what we're going to get into. It's a really good stone to have when you feel like you need that guidance or that angel touch or the energy of the angels. So we're going to talk a little bit about it, but Aquarians are very psychic and intuitive. So that's kind of why I picked this stone for the full moon in Aquarius season. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. I was just trying to wait another minute or two to see if Jean could show up. I know I told her 7:30, and then my groundhog showed up, you guys. She did this to me last week too, even though it was a couple days late. She showed up and she wanted some food, and I'm like, who am I to deny her some food, right? So I'll put up that video after this video of her eating her broccoli and saying hello. but I had to spend a couple minutes with her and feed her, not just sitting in the house. So better here. Thanks for asking. I made someone mad. Oh, David, you, I think you like to do that though. I think, so I got it taken down. Oh, are you talking about what happened the other day? Yeah, you did tell me that. No, I'm glad you're okay. Good to see you here. Really happy that you are here. So Barb is our moderator, it looks like, for the night. She is Jean's backup, so it looks like she's going to be our main moderator tonight. I hope you're up for that, Barb. Barb also is the one who is responsible for putting up the timestamps, so that's a huge job and undertaking for her, and I thank her like from the bottom of my heart. Yes, I fed Miss Fatty Pats, of course. She, you know, they come first. Their innocence in this, and they didn't ask to be on this planet any more than we did, and I love to feed her. It brings me a lot of joy. Anyways, so Barb, I hope you're up for being main moderator tonight. unless well unless Jean shows up. You are. Oh, I know you are, because you are such an amazing moderator, and I'm thankful to have you. I know that you've been on many other channels and done amazing jobs for them, and we're a long time on Middle Pond Tarot. So I'm just thankful to have you, and I'm so glad everybody is here tonight. I can't see how many are watching. Again, we're going to do Crystal Talk first, so go ahead and timestamp Crystal Talk. The crystal this week is Celestite. So I'm gonna show you a few different ones, and then we'll talk a little bit more about Celestite. Like I said, it is a heavenly energy. It's the energy of the angels. So it's a very beautiful, pure. Let's see if I can turn this down a little bit, guys. Or maybe not. Maybe we're getting too much glare. But if you can see it, it's very watery blue with air and just absolutely gorgeous. So I have it in many different forms. So I'm going to show you a couple different forms. So that was the spheres that I have. These are the towers. You can have it whatever suits you or whatever you want it for, what purpose you want it for. I actually think this would be so beautiful in jewelry, and I would wear it everywhere. But I'm going to show you a couple of the geodes. I just love this. When I saw him, this was up for auction, and I had to have it. It is up for resale, but I just had to have it. Something told me I had to have this beautiful geode. I love this here crystal in the very center of it on the outside. This is a darker geode inside, but then again we have a lighter one. It's a little bit lighter on the inside. But it's a gorgeous stone. It is, I say this about all my crystals, but it is absolutely one of my favorites. And we're going to talk a little bit more about why Celestite. And Celestite is going to stay here on the table and help aid us through our readings tonight. With the Aquarius energy of the full moon, I keep wanting to say new moon. Maybe it's full moon to new moon. This energy is going to hang around with us. Excuse me. So it'll be my notes. So the Aquarius is very much well, this is why I say Celestite is for Aquarius, but then again I put in parentheses that it's also a water and air, all water and air signs, but pretty much for anybody, because it has the ability to enhance natural psychic abilities and enhance intuitive energy, actually, for any sign. It's again, I put down that it's the Stone of Angels, but I also have over here on my document that I wanted to read, the dreamy sky blue color and celestial vibes are what give the Celestite crystal such a heavenly energy. Just by looking at it, you will feel and experience the calming and soothing effect of the Celestite crystal in your mind, your body, and your spirit. So with this crystal, you can harness the calming, peaceful energy, right? Kind of like a lullaby for your soul. So with Aquarius, there's so many different things that you, or with the full moon in Aquarius, you can use it to harness those psychic, or enhance the psychic abilities that we all have them. We just we're not all awakened to them yet at this time, right? And we're all on different levels of awakening as well, or recognizing the gifts that we have. So it's just one of those stones that is very, very calming if you're in a situation or your life is kind of in a chaotic situation. It's one of those stones that is very calming and brings that heavenly, angelic energy to you. And again, we're going to do guardian angel readings tomorrow. So anybody, tomorrow morning, I'm going to try and do them tomorrow morning because I do leave back to my friend's house tomorrow evening. So we'll do the guardian angel ones tomorrow, and I'll leave the celestite here on the table so that we have their energy, or that energy, with us as well when we do the guardian angel readings. But it just really is such a beautiful stone to have. It's very calming. I would say if you have a lot of chaos in your life, there is some other stones you're going to want to have aiding with them, but they will bring in that peaceful, calming, clear energy, but also help clear your crown and your third eye, so that you can see and think clearly through the chaos that's happening in your life, right? And it's just one of those things, like, we're always going to call on our guardian angels, but it doesn't hurt to have a little piece of celestite around you also. If you work in a chaotic or stressful situation, we talked about fluorite last week, right? Fluorite is one that I always love to have on my desk at work for focus and concentration, and it's kind of one of those that absorbs the negative energy, but celestite would bring that calming effect on top of. So one stone would be clearing and creating space, so to speak, and then the celestite would be bringing in that peace into that empty space that you've cleared out. So these two stones together, always on my desk, no matter where I work. So that's it for our crystal talk. And so we are going to go into Aries. Aries will be our first sign that we read for today. I am going to flip. Let me make sure I'm on my channel over here so I can try and keep track of what's going on. I hope Jean does show up at some point here. Let's see. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Yep. Looks like my chat is caught up on my laptop to what's on my phone. And so let's go ahead and get started with Aries. Unless there's any questions about the celestite. Anybody? Any questions? No? And Teddy, that's one of the stones I think that you should have, by the way. You guys, I had such a grueling day at work today. Oof. It's behind me though, right? Onward and upward. Aries, let's see what we have for you from the secret language of light. Ah! I swear this has been out every single week for the last, well, 3 or 4 weeks at least. So Aries, Vesica, Pisces. Again, like we've discussed before many times, this is the card of bringing the head and the heart together, or bringing two things together in agreement, right? It could be marriage, it could be just in your own personal life, bringing the head and the heart space together, so to make clearer decisions. Again, the celestite is going to help you make clearer decisions, right? But Aries, you're getting Vesica, Pisces this week, and for some reason I'm feeling like there's maybe the what's out of balance is the heart, the talk from the heart. Maybe it's more in the head at this point. Maybe you're talking more logically or thinking more logically, and it's asking you to use a little bit more heart in this week coming up, okay? So let's go ahead and get into your reading. That is a 26 breaking down into an 8. Ooh, an infinity. An infinity. A contract, a commitment, 2 into 1. I'm just seeing, I don't know how many of you have any Catholic knowledge, but I'm seeing the Sacred Heart of Jesus, if that means anything to anyone. One more here, and we will pull some cards for you, Aries. Oh my God. Sorry, but I think it might be relationship. Not gonna resonate for everybody, so take it in the context that it does resonate for you. Um, this is really good. um, wow. Bottom of the deck. I'm just gonna say this right now because it's Knight of Cups, and so when I read the rest of the cards, you're gonna be like, oh, another cup. Yeah, I'm gonna say this is possibly not necessarily not for everybody a relationship, but relationships aren't always with another person. They can be between family members and work co-workers. But I'm gonna say that this, for the most part, or for the majority, or for who it's really gonna resonate with, it's gonna be a relationship. Um, and it's a relationship out of a lot of hard work, right? A relationship after maybe even just a lot of hard work on oneself. So coming out here as the Queen of Cups, remember, don't blur the signs and genders, so much. If I do speak signs, I try not to, because I don't feel like the sign matters so much. Even though this is an Aries reading, you may get something in the message that you're looking for in a different signs reading, and that may be just because you have more of that sign in your chart, and that's what's prevalent for you for this week coming up. So you're showing up here as the Queen of Cups, right? Very secure in your emotions, very secure in what, in knowing what you want. But are you communicating your heart's desire? Are you communicating to get what you want? You know what you want, but are you communicating or letting it be known what it is that you want? With the Hierophant here, I see that there's the work has been done. I feel like you've done it, but you're still maybe just not communicating what it is. You have the Knight of Coins here. I feel like you're financially stable. One of those, again, the lending and not borrowing kind of situation. Not necessarily in emotions, but I feel like you know that you're in a stable place to offer somebody a piece of your heart, right? A little bit of your emotions. Maybe you're shy and you haven't done that yet, but it's saying that go ahead in this next week. Now is a really good time to do it, because if you wait too long, sometimes we pass up an opportunity, and I don't want to see you pass up an opportunity. So here, coming down into your two outcome cards with your support card, you have your divine counterpart, you have the King of Cups. So not only did you show up as the Queen of Cups, but your divine counterpart is here to support you. It's something or someone in your life that is already there showing up to support you. It's talking about communicating and acknowledging that and not letting the opportunity pass you by, right? Again, we're talking about, it's not funny that I saw divine counterpart show up in a marriage card, right? Bringing the two together, a contract, like I said in the beginning. You have in your support card the Four of Pentacles. I love how he's like writing it. Like he's he doesn't have a whip in his hand, but I can almost hear like the whip crack, like, yeah, move on, like get it going, do what you got to do kind of thing. So the Six of Cups, you guys know how much I love my Six of Cups. I love all sixes, but I love the Six of Cups, especially this one, because it's kind of so similar to like the seven. Wait, hold on, guys. I spoke wrong. This is the Seven of Cups. I was going to say it's so much like the Six of Cups or Seven of Cups. This is the Seven of Cups. It's about making that decision to do this, right? To do what I've asked you to do here, to speak up, to acknowledge, not just acknowledge, but to speak up and communicate that to somebody or something else. Because it's about making decisions here with the Seven of Cups. It's making decisions, choosing the right one, not being foolish in your decision, because it's so easy to say, this is what's going to make me happy today, but you should be looking at long term, like what's going to make me happy for the rest of my life, or for the rest of my career, or for the rest of whatever it is. We don't want to think for today, because that's small-minded and low vibrational. We want to think higher vibrational. We want to expand what we can be asking or manifesting into the universe. So I just love that the King and the Queen of Cups came out here, but there is a decision. I don't see that it's a decision between people per se. I feel like it's a decision to stop being quiet or keeping it to yourself, like speak your mind, and bring this contract into some kind of fruition for you, Aries. So Aries, that's what I have for you, and we are up on Taurus, Barb. Oh, you guys, I just realized I didn't even have it on the cards. I'm sorry. Like I say every week, this is not about me. It's about the cards. Taurus. Here we oh. Divine Masculine. I love this card for you, Taurus. Yeah. A 32 breaking down into a 5, and 5s can be challenging. 5s can be very challenging, and I feel like you're being challenged this week to either use more Divine Masculine or you know who you are, and if you resonate more with a feminine or a divine feminine or a divine masculine personality, I feel like this is asking you this week to, again, you know, like Aquarius, we're talking about balancing it out. But this one I feel like is asking you to use a little bit more divine masculine, more of the mentorship going into this week, mindset or teaching, or the a little bit more bold going into this week, which usually you don't have to tell a Taurus that because they're pretty bold anyways, and pretty sure-footed. So I just look at the fire. For some reason, I'm being so drawn to the fire in here, like a fire inside, something passionate, like something you're passionate about. It could be work, you know, like let's not always think that passion has to do with two people intimately, but passion can definitely be about work, or it could be about getting outdoors, and maybe you haven't done it in a while, and it's asking you to go ahead and do that this week, going in, you know, like during this week sometime. You don't have to do it every day, but if you can find one day to just do something that you're very passionate about, or if you've been a little more demure at work and not standing up for yourself and asking for that raise or whatever it is that, or the promotion that you think you deserve, but if you're not speaking about it, maybe your managers or your bosses don't know that you're looking to do that. You know, if you haven't had that career talk with them, maybe it's time to have that career talk with them and lay it all on the table this week. So let's go ahead and see what your cards say. You guys, is my music too loud? If it is, let me know and I'll flip it down a little bit. My cards know that I only shuffle 3 times usually, and so if I try to shuffle an extra time, they're always like, wait, you did 3. Sorry. Yeah, exactly like I said, like there's a choice to be made, something that you're putting out there or not needing to put out there, thinking about putting out there, but not taking the action on, because this week you show up as the Two of Wands, you know, and this talks about putting it out there, you know, into the universe, or sending out your ships so that they can come back bountiful, right? But nothing comes back until you put it out. You have to put it out there to get a result. You have to send it out into the universe, send it to, you know, in communication to whoever it is that you're trying to communicate in order to get anything to come back to you. So if this week, or this at this time, you're thinking about manifesting or bringing something into your life, you know, it's asking you to be a little bit more bold and speak up to us. You know, it's not like you not to do that. You Here you have the Four of Pentacles and the Star. Again, if there's something you want to manifest, you're going to have to speak up for it, right? Don't sit in that mindset of, well, I'll be all right if I just hold on to what I got. You'll never be better if you don't manifest and ask for it. You will always be where you are today. You won't necessarily move forward. If you do, I mean, that's by the grace of God, right? In the universe. But kind of one of those things. You can't hear me, or you can't hear the music. Oh my gosh. Can you hear me, you guys? Diana, what did you mean you can't hear, or you can't hear the music? Worried now. Sorry, guys. Luckily, my chat room is so small. I can peek at chat every once in a while. I see something. So somebody tell me, is it that she can't hear me, or she can't hear the music? Okay, I'm going to continue on, Taurus, because I don't want to break my stride here in what I was just shown, and I never flip my deck right side up, because I don't like to see the bottom of the deck card, because sometimes that'll throw me. But I did set it down, and maybe the whole interruption there with Diana's comment had me look over here for a reason. Like I said, with these first four cards, your Oracle card and your first three cards, over here at the bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Swords, hands tied, blindfolded, but nothing holding you back but yourself, right? So I'm going to say that's more of an overall energy for this reading for you, Taurus, and you did get an extra card here. But that's where I'm seeing you, is in that mindset of you're holding yourself back. You're standing in your own way by not speaking what it is that you want, or putting it out into the universe, because you have a powerful card right here with the Star card. You know, that's one of those cards that, like, it's almost like having the Magician card. It's just one of those cards that is so beautiful. And I love that it came out with the Celestite over here guiding the readings. You know, that there's your angel card, you know, like she's an angel, she's a star, she's, you know, the star seed. It's one of those earth or heavenly energy cards, you know, speaking straight into the ears of the angels to God's ears, right? So here you have the Five of Pentacles and the High Priestess. So with the Five of Pentacles, if there is a lack that you're feeling in your life, it's something that you need to dig deep into your High Priestess energy. And again, that's another thing that Celestite can help you with, is digging deep into your, you know, your psychic ability, or your third eye chakra, your crown chakra, manifesting what it is that you want, speaking up, using your voice to speak up and manifest what it is that you want, because the high priestess is a very powerful card, very, very powerful, and can take you right out of that Five of Pentacles energy in no time flat. But I feel like the Five of Pentacles is here only because that's you standing in your way, and that Five of Pentacles is more of an in your mind kind of thing, not in your life or your reality. And if it is, it's because you're putting it there. So be careful what you're putting out into the universe, because here supporting you and your reading, you have the Four of Wands, right? like there's a contract that will be negotiated and can be signed for you, Taurus, but you are going to have to speak up in this next week with the Four of Wands here. Not necessarily getting it as a relationship, but if it is a relationship that you need to speak up in to communicate your wants and desires, then by all means take it as it resonates and do that this week, right? So that is what I have for you, Taurus. We're going to go on to gems. It just started pouring down rain. I can hear, I'm like, what is that sound? It's pouring rain. I have my sliding glass door open because little Miss Fatty Pants was out there. I'm like, what is that sound? It's pouring rain all of a sudden out of nowhere. Taurus, that's your confirmation. Pouring down rain. Gemini, here we go. Wait, hold on. Let me see what I'm missing. I can hear maybe she's within. Music before, yes, music, music. The rain is coming down so hard, it reminds me of when I lived in Texas and the rain would just come down in sheets. It would rain so hard. I miss Texas. Did we timestamp Gemini there, Barb? You guys, that was crazy. Okay, hold on. How about Gemini is trying to get extra cards tonight? So Gemini, your card for this week is the number 2 card, Awakening. There's some kind of spiritual awakening, which doesn't surprise me with a full moon in Aquarius, because Aquarius is very spiritual, very intuitive, and very psychically connected, right? So for you Geminis, there's something about this moon and the placements in your own personal chart, depending on where you are in your awakening, but there's something about your awakening that's going to be brought to your attention this week. What a beautiful card. How beautiful. The light is so bright you can barely see the person in the center. It's just one of those cards. It's like there's something really fantastic that's possibly going to happen for you going into this week. I'm just so drawn to that card. It looks like my candlelight over here. Yeah. So it's just so beautiful and bright. I'm like a moth to the flame. I love the light. Stop raining that fast. It's funny about Virginia weather. It'll rain really fast. It'll be sunny. It'll rain really fast. It'll go away, and then it'll be sunny again. Kind of like Texas, but not. It's humid here and not dry. Jem's about to shake things up this week. We are only on our 3rd reading tonight, and this is the 3rd time this card has been out. Can anybody guess what it is without looking too close? Guesses? Anybody? If you're paying attention to the other readings, you already know what that card is. Okay, Gemini, you are starting out the week. I love this. I absolutely love this. So not only are you 2 in awakening with your oracle card, with the light, the message of the sorry guys, the message from the light of your soul is about an awakening for you this week, right? But you're also showing up here as the Ace of Wands. I mean, like, that's such a fiery, passionate, brand new start and beginning. And I feel like, so with the rest of the cards, the two cards that I'm going to talk about next, I feel like this is something that you're setting fire to. You're putting it into the past and you're moving forward. Like, something in this week is just going to either it's going to give you the push that you need to go ahead and move forward. You're going to have that awakening, that aha moment in this next coming week. And you're going to have this passionate, fiery, brand new beginning, something that is going to light a light a fire under you and get you going forward and move you out of that Five of Pentacles state, right? I don't feel like you've been in the Five of Pentacles too long for the most of you. Some of you, maybe. Everybody is different, but what I find funny is that you have two fives here. You have the Five of Pentacles and you have the Five of Wands. We know that fives are talking about challenges. And for the most part, in my other deck, I love to talk about the five, because the five is always talking about winning. Like, he's winning. Like, he's fighting for what he wants. And it's nothing really like big or whatever. It's little things that you have to get over to move forward. And so I feel like it's nothing really big or deep that's been holding you, I think it's just little tiny thoughts that are keep holding you back. And remember, even a tiny thought put out into the universe is going to manifest itself for you, right? So try to keep control over your thoughts in this next week. You've got the Five of Wands here also kind of saying the same thing. Little things are just little things, It's how, don't make a mountain out of a molehill. Remember, little things are little things, and you can step over them pretty easily. You just have to get your mind in the right place. Again, with the Oracle card of Awakening, I feel like that's going to happen for you in this week. So here you guys, you got the Four of Pentacles. I don't see him as the normal Four of Pentacles where he's holding on to one so tight on his heart and his foot is on the other, and he's trying to like hold on to something too tight. I don't feel like this is something that you're trying to hold on to too tight. I think it's just one of those controlling what our mind thinks, right? Like I said, as soon as you start to have that thought in this week, not worthy or not good enough, or I can't do this, stop yourself like that and be like, no, I can do this. Wait, hold on. I am stronger than that and I will do this, right? So I love how he looks more confident and secure in his decision to get over being in that position of the normal Four of Pentacles, where holding on too tight to the past or a thought, or not moving your mind forward into a more positive direction. You do have the Knight of Cups here. I had to make sure. I thought I saw King for a second there. I am wearing my glasses, you guys. It's been a long day. So the Knight of Cups here it's starting, also talking about starting that journey, starting a journey of what you truly, truly want. Like, I feel like you're going to have that wake up moment this week that's going to put you in that Knight of Cups journey feeling, because you have that passionate Ace of Wands there, right? That's a beautiful Ace of Wands, by the way. And then here supporting you, you have the King of Wands. So you're going to jump from the Ace of Wands into that support feeling of the King of Wands here, right? And he's that king who's very sure of himself. Something is going to awaken in you this week that's going to give you the confidence that you need. You're going to have to be mindful of those little tiny thoughts that might hold you back, and be a little bit more confident going into this week. Okay, Gemini, that is what I have for you. Cancer, you're up. Thank you, Gemini. Thank you all for being here. Thank you so much. Wow. Taurus got divine masculine and Cancer's getting divine feminine. So isn't that a switch of tables there, right? Like that's a total reversal. And this is talking about, wow, I'm not just seeing the green here rising from the heart space with the yellow, of the intuition, but also heart is a very golden space, golden to white. I'm seeing a little blue here. There's some kind of communication for you. It's a number 31 breaking down into a 4. So 4 is not one of those auspicious numbers that I like to talk about, just like the 8s. So here I'm just seeing all the colors of the rainbow. It's a very beautiful card. Very, very, very beautiful card. So, wow, Cancer, let's go ahead and see what, and Cancer is such a nurturing sign anyway. So the divine feminine is just asking you to go with your natural instincts. I feel this week for you, Cancer. I'm feeling is asking you to call upon your natural instincts. Don't hold anything back that doesn't feel right to you or in your soul. But with you, I don't feel like it's asking you to call upon or be more of one thing or another. I'm just thinking it's asking you to be more of yourself in this week, going into this week for you. Let's see what your cards have. I don't know. Is there somebody who wants to go fishing? I don't know why I'm getting fish scales with this card. It looks nothing like fish scales or a mermaid, but fishing or the beach, or there's something about fishing for you, Cancer. I don't know why I'm getting that. I'm not getting any more clarity on that. Yes, it is a beautiful card. Maybe 4 is a number that maybe 4 people to the beach, or thinking about 4 people. 4. I'm just seeing 4 and fish. There is something in the energy for some of these cards, but for you, Cancer, ooh. You're starting out the week on a high note, like a feeling of maybe something's being promised to you. Maybe something's being promised to you. Maybe get that in writing. Read the fine print of what's being promised to you or being spoken to you as coming towards you. I'm getting the feeling of at work for some reason. So it's easy for employers to say, yeah, I'll train you to this, or I want to get you into an interview or move you up into the next position, that kind of thing. So the 6 of Wands is definitely, this is how you're showing up in the week, right? Feeling very, very confident and victorious over something. And it could be that somebody's been putting that into, and when they speak confidence into us, we should stay confident, but be very careful of fine print I'm getting this week. With the cards, it's not here per se. If I saw justice or something like that, I would more speak to that. I'm not seeing that, but I'm feeling that because of where the 5 of Pentacles showed up over here. It showed up with the Hierophant. So do your due diligence and get all the knowledge, like get the contract, read the fine print, right? Get it in writing, have have people as witnesses, whatever it is that you have to do it with compassion though, right? Do it with that feminine energy of compassion and from the heart, and be what is the word I want? Be I can't think of the word I want. Do it with tact, okay? Do it with tact this week. That wasn't the word I wanted, but that'll work. Because here with the Hierophant and the Five of Pentacles, don't get yourself left in this Five of Pentacles energy, because you're not doing what the Hierophant would do. And the Hierophant would be like, let's get this signed in a contract. You know, I've done my due diligence. I've done the work. You have, you know, said or promised or, you know, said that you're going to do this for me. I'm feeling confident that I can do this with the Six of Wands. I'm feeling confident and victorious that this is exactly where I need to be and what I want to do. Make sure that this is what you want to do though. Like if you don't want to do it, say no. You know, just say no. Because down here, I love this. So the situation, and I feel like this is a situation card, the support card, the situation card, is more something in the past. Because the way you came out with the Six of Wands with the Hierophant and the Five of Pentacles, this Ten of Swords, I feel like is like, you know, like the straw that broke the camel's back. Like it's done. Like you can't do it anymore. You can't have anymore. It's time to move on into a new beginning, a new position, a new understanding with whoever it is that you need to have that new understanding with. Your cards here are the Strength and the Ace of Pentacles. When you do this Ace of Pentacles is how you're going to show up. A brand new financial abundant beginning with prosperity, you know, like, but be strong, be tactful, right? And then use the Hierophant energy to overcome that Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords down here, so that you do continue on through the week, not just starting out the week, but finish the week in that Six of Wands victory parade, celebration, feeling coming out at the other side of the week. Okay, so that is what I have for you, Cancer. Barb, thank you so much again for being the moderator tonight. I'm gonna move into Virgo. Sorry, I don't know why my mouth is just so thirsty. My laptop says only one is watching. I know that's a lie because I see a couple of you chatting now and then. Happy birthday, Leo! Yeah. But we're on Virgo, right? Oh, are you saying I was about to skip Leo? Oh my gosh, Barb, thank you. Woo! That was so close. That's what I get for rushing through my notes. Thank you, Barb. That would have been awful to skip Leo's. You guys, I think that is today Austin James's, if anybody watches Austin Tarot, I think today is his birthday. If you watch his thing, you should run over there and wish him a happy birthday. I think Jean said yesterday he turns 25 today. Yes, happy birthday, Leos. My son's a Leo. I absolutely love the energy of Leo. I guess a more evolved or high vibrational Leo. There's some Leos that, yeah. I can't say that about all. I won't stereotype anybody. I did. Well, I guess a second. I flipped my deck over. Ooh! I don't think we got this last week, but I know we got it the 2 weeks prior, and I just love this card so much. Inward Revolution. So Leo, there's something about inward revolution, but also I'm seeing solar return, right? Like we just wished you happy birthday. So we are going into the Leo season for birthdays, and your solar return. So with inward revolution, normally I talk about how things come back around and we have to revisit them, right? Well, your birthday also comes back around, and so your solar return, if we look at this in that situation as well, like it's a time to reflect on where you've been in the last year or over your life, and what changes do you want to make moving forward, and how do you want to handle should some kind of situation come back around. How are you going to handle it differently this time so you get a different result instead of the same results, right? um that's funny. Strength card was on the bottom of the deck. Is your card, Leo? I need to write that in. You guys, I keep a journal of my readings. So let me just make sure I just add Leo in there. I hear kids playing outside my door. I love that sound. But also at the same time, it's like getting dark outside. I'm like, shouldn't these kids be home on the street when the street lights come on? I don't know. Maybe I just do. Okay. It's all going to be okay, Leo. It's all going to be okay. You got some really, really good cards here. Yes, yes. I feel like with starting out the week with the Five of Wands, it's not so much about that bickering and fighting that we think about or we talk about in a traditional um, tarot deck, right? I just feel like, I don't know, for some reason I saw differently when I looked at it just now, how you're showing up. I feel like it's like, should there have been bickering, I feel like the parties have come together to try and support each other, or acknowledge everybody's point of view in it going into this week for you, Leo. The reason I say that, I'm going to see if I can get it up there where you can see it. They're not fighting each other in this card, right? They're not bickering or sparring or whatever. But I see there's four hands here on the bottom. I'm trying to get it to where you can see it. There are four hands here on the bottom, all of them holding the wands in unison. So I feel like this is talking about unity, coming back to, or bringing it back into a cohesive working or relationship of whatever it be, work, home, family, a relationship, whatever it is. I'm feeling like it's coming back around with the revolutions here in some kind of a cohesive manner for you, Leo, in this week. I feel like it had to do with moving on to calmer shores, or moving your mindset into a calmer state of mind with the Six of Swords here. Again, in this deck with the Mystical Manga Tarot, I talk about how there is nobody driving this boat but yourself, right? It's a self-reliant card. It's not leaning on somebody to do things for you or get you there. I feel like it's one of those self-reliant cards in this deck where it's saying that you can do this. You have got it going on. But on the other hand, this is where it's a little bit confusing, but it comes together down here in the bottom with your other cards. You have the Three of Pentacles, which talks about a collaboration. Again, you had the Five of Wands, which typically speaks of, fighting or bickering or people brushing or rubbing each other the wrong way. But I feel like I said, I'm seeing all the hands coming together to hold the wands in unison on this card. I feel like it's brought that cohesive feeling to some kind of a relationship, whether it be work or family, that was needed and going to only enhance going through the week here this week for you. I feel like it's something that you were strong enough, Leo, with your strength card, to be the magician in writing your own story, right? Holding the pen and not letting anybody else hold the pen for you. And because you were able to do that, maybe you have learned from lessons in the past, and that was what got you through to the magician energy in this going into this week. Or carry this magician energy with you. Stay on top of it. Be in that manifest mindset, because supporting you down here. Oh, let's talk about this other one here with the Six of Cups. It's very balanced. It's, again, the Six of Cups talks about contracts as well. It can talk about marriage. It can talk about relationships. Again, relationships doesn't have to be with another intimate partner. It can be in work or in a group gathering, like we saw with the Three of Pentacles and the Five of Wands there. There was something you did have to leave behind, move on to something calmer. That could be where the Five of Wands, the bickering, but it's in the past because something has come together in solidarity. I see working together as partners or in a partnership. And you were strong enough to do that, to bring that balance and bring the commitments together. And you're showing up, or your support card here is showing up as the Emperor, you know, the end all, the be all, the all forgiving, like the most generous of all is that Emperor, right? So we want to congratulate you, Leo, on that reading, because that was kind of cool. That was a very royal reading for you, Leo. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Now we're going to go on to Virgo. You guys, I went to reach for my juice, my apple juice, and I almost picked up my hot candle. Yeah, that wouldn't have been a good thing to drink. All right. Virgo. I'm seeing purple. A lot of purple for you, Virgos. Some kind of purple energy. More of a violet, I think. We'll see. Let's see what we get for you, Virgos. Yeah. Violet, and indigo. Wow. That's not what your oracle card says, though. So you, again, back to back, get inward revolution. There's something that you're revisiting or have been revisiting over and over and over again with the same results, right? It's time to revisit it in a different mindset, a different light, and get new results, different results for you, Virgo. Let's see what your cards have to say. I just feel like there's something coming back around, round. Oh my God, I just heard, oh my gosh, I don't know how many of you are from the 80s, but I just heard that rat song, Round and Round Comes Around. Sorry, you guys don't want to hear me sing, that's not pretty. I'm definitely not rock, I can't sing rock. I can't sing anything except in the shower. Inward Revolution is card 42 for you, Virgo, breaking down into a 6. I love me some 6s. 6s are great cards. Ooh, Virgo, you get 2 cards. Okay. Ooh, that makes a lot of sense there. Virgo's looking for a contract. Virgo's been in something for a little while though. And Virgo is still in their mind going to be in something for a little while, even though that little while has passed. So Virgo, with how you're showing up this week, the Hermit card, as we know, is about weighing actions and consequences, and it can also be something that, you know, the Hermit travels to, you know, he climbs the entire mountain. So think about how long it would take you to climb a mountain. Climbs a mountain, goes there in search of answers, right? He follows his light. He goes there in search of answers. He stays however long he has to stay. And in the Native American culture, they do that too. They go out into the wilderness and they stay for days, weeks, you know, however long it takes for them to have their soul journey prophecy brought to them in a dream. So the hermit does that as well, right? He goes in search of answers. He goes in search of enlightenment. He goes in search of, you know, trusting his inner self, right? It's weighing the consequences and the actions. But I don't feel like you're in here. It's kind of one of those things, like being in your head too much. Even though I don't see the swords here, I feel like it's gone. It's like in the past, with one of the fastest moving cards in the deck, between the Eight of Wands and the Chariot. Like, as long as the Chariot's moving forward, the Eight of Wands is the only other fast moving deck. It's fast communication coming in, it's fast answers coming in, it's fast clearing of bad energies or whatever it is that's going on for you, Virgo. That had put you in the hermit mode, it's coming out of it really fast. It's like running down that mountain, like, I got my answer, you know, like running down that mountain instead of climbing down the mountain. It's like moving forward really fast here, having learned the lesson and getting out of that Four of Cups, you know, like having all the answers in front of you, but only looking at what happened in the past and not seeing that there's that new answer, that new way of doing things that's going to get you out of that energy of having done it always the same way. You have the Knight of Wands, right? The Knight of Wands is talking about, let's move this forward. Not only do you have the Eight of Wands moving you out of the Hermit, but supporting you, you have the Knight of Wands, right? Time to move forward. Get the heck out of here, right? You have the Eight of Pentacles. You have the Eight of Pentacles, though, with the Hanged Man. It's going to be all about you taking action, getting yourself down from being hung upside down, seeing things from a new perspective, right? Because with the Eight of Pentacles, it's talking about skill mastery. It's talking about mastering mastering your mind, right? Mastering your emotions, mastering whatever it is that had you in that seeking the hermit mode. But not only were you seeking the hermit mode, but you were also in hanged man mode, right? There was something holding you back from finding the answers, but the answers are coming. Oops, I got this backwards. The answers are coming for you. This is where I saw contracts. This is where I saw negotiations coming to a ferocious finale, something to celebrate, something coming to terms on something that is about to really finally just be finished for you, Virgo. So that is what I have for you. Thank you, Virgo. That was pretty fun in a Virgo way. Libra, got you up next. Hi, Valerie. Thank you for joining us. If you can't stay, we will get timestamps up later. I hope you come back and see them. How are you? We're on Libra. Libra. I don't know why I feel like this is a really good card for you this week. And I've said it before that I'm not going to show you the bottom yet, but I always think of the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords talks about that mental clarity, but when you look at all the colors on here, that's kind of still going into that whole getting the whole clarity, right? Bringing an end or a new beginning into something here with this. But this card for you, Libra, your oracle card this week is let it go. There's something to let go, and that's very much an Aquarius full moon energy, is let it go, right? If something's not serving you, don't take it into your tomorrow. When you go to bed tonight, say a prayer, do whatever meditation you have to do to let that go. Let that energy go, let that, cut the cords, whatever it is that you need to let go, Libra. That's what it's asking you to do going into this week, and be mindful of this week with your oracle card. So let's go ahead and see what is oh, actually I think Leo had a really royal reading, so I hope it resonates for you there, Valerie. Your Libra rising. Well, let's see, Valerie, if there's something you need to let go, know that this is the week to do it, especially with the full moon being strongest as of yesterday and today. Definitely got that Aquarius full moon energy out there. We talked about the angel crystal celestite today too, Valerie, so maybe you'll go back and listen to Crystal talk at some point when you get a chance. You. Yeah, Libra. Were you holding on to someone or something? Someone or something that maybe, temperance. Exactly. I think you were holding on to something that you knew you had to let go, right? And now is the time to go ahead and follow through with that feeling that your intuition has already been telling you that you need to let go of, so that you can have this new beginning. So you're showing up here as the Lovers. Again, I don't always talk about the Lovers being two people intimately loving each other, right? This could just be about finding that thing that you're passionate about, or finding the harmony that the euphoria that you get as lovers or two people newly in love. There are so many other things that can bring that euphoria on as well. It could be something that you're just passionate about, or it can also be buying a new car or a new house, whatever it is that's going to bring that for you. You're showing up with that energy at the start of this week that we're going into. So for you Libras, there's something, again, it can be, I'm not seeing a whole lot of other cups, I see a lot of swords here. I feel like it's more of a mental clarity, which is funny because I said the Ace of Swords here, and then literally the majority of your cards are swords outside of the Lovers, which is a major arcana for you. Well, actually, you have two major arcanas here. So your cards supporting you or guiding you through the reading here, you have the Two of Swords and you have the Ace of Wands. Again, such a beautiful card, and I think this has shown up in half of our readings tonight. We have the Ace of Wands and we have the Two of Swords. It's about making that decision, right? With the Two of Swords, making a decision, uncrossing your arms and going forward, right? Like, don't get out of your own, not don't get out of your way, get out of your own way. Whatever it is, there's something. It's time to acknowledge the mental clarity that has already been given to you and you've probably been hearing, but you're a little too stubborn, which is weird for Libras. You didn't want to hear it, so you weren't listening to it, but it's time to go ahead and listen to it and have that new start. Let go of whatever it was that was not serving you. Get out of the hanged man mode where you've been for a little while. You're aided to do that with the King of Swords here. So with the King of Swords, he's asking you, like, it's time to just like cut it off, right? move forward. Get rid of what doesn't serve you and move forward. Get out of. Sorry, which card? I'm like, which card is which? I'm when I watch on my phone. I've told you guys before. It's like looking in the mirror and I'm backwards. Yeah, get out of that hanged man mode. It's not serving you to be there after you've already made the realization of. It's kind of like that, inward revolution card where you come back and you revisit things so many times, but you already know the answer here, Libra. There's something that you're revisiting, but you choose to revisit it. It's time to choose to no longer revisit it in this way that you have been revisiting it. I don't know how many times, but supporting this is the Page of Swords. It's time to move on, right? Not only do you have the King of Swords, but you have the Page of Swords. We're talking about moving forward, leaving the past in the past, or whatever is not serving you, Libra. Leave it where it belongs and go forward. Yes, let it go. Be like Elsa and let it go. All right, Libra, that's what I have for you. Let's go on to Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed your reading, Libra. Thank you so much. Oh, Barbie. You guys, I know you guys tell me what your signs are. I don't write it down, so I always have to ask you again who's what signs, but that's okay. If you knew how many people's signs I get told on a daily basis, you would understand why I just have a hard time remembering. I don't know why I do, right? You usually have a really good memory. If it has to do with numbers, I don't forget it. Anything with numbers, I don't ever forget it. If you were to tell me your sign in numbers, I would never forget it. Yes, Scorpio. I have a mind for numbers. Guys, I just felt the weirdest feeling in my cards. I'll see if I can get that feeling. There it is. You saw, I shuffled it. I shuffled it, I promise. You saw I shuffled it. Okay. 18, breaking down into a 9. Scorpio, let it go. I feel like for you, there's something that you've already let go about. I feel like you have made the move to let it go. This is honoring your decision to have, to let it go, right? Because 9 is a good number, but for some reason, Scorpio, I feel like that is also your number this week. That 9 is going to be very significant for you. You're going to see it maybe in combination with other numbers, but you're going to see a lot of 9s, or 9's going to mean something for you, or the 9th month will mean something for you, or looking forward to the 9th month. Not pregnancy. I was like, please don't say but I don't know. I can't speak for your sign. But again, something new, some clarity. Again, I see the Ace of Swords, but I'm also seeing more of the code written behind the Ace of Swords here. If you look at the designs and the what have you, and not just the colors, but I'm drawn more to what's written behind the sword here. So that's why I feel like for you, you've already made that decision to move on and let it go. And it's acknowledging your decision to do that, and giving you the kudos for having done that. So let's go ahead and see what your cards have for you, Scorpio. Wow, it's so nice to have Scorpio have a little bit more light-hearted readings, or readings with reward in them, because there was a couple weeks there where they had some very heavy readings. So it's really ow. Ooh. You guys, I just got the weirdest pain in my thumb. So let's see what that means. There may be somebody who is dealing with some kind of something in their left hand, wrist or thumb area. Not necessarily. I don't have pains in my whatever, but it felt like a kink or a pinch, or I can't explain it. So if that resonates for anybody, then that's what that is. So I don't know why the cards don't want to shuffle. Did I go over 3? Told you the cards know where I go over 3. Exactly what I said. It the card is giving you kudos for moving forward, right? Um, the card is giving you kudos for moving forward. It's showing you in your past and your present state here in the center, and I just love it. I love how it put that together for you with the Oracle card. And it, oh wow, wow. Kudos Scorpio. So we're showing, you know, the hermit mode here, and we know we've talked about the hermit, and the hermit stands also in this reading for what I spoke to, you know, about seeking the knowledge and the guidance and the, you know, the it's like me asking God, you know, like putting it into his hands and saying, God, you know, I trust you to go ahead of me and make my crooked places straight. When I say that, I trust and believe wholeheartedly that he's doing that. And I feel like, you know, having been in that hermit mode for you Scorpios, that you did that work again. Like I said, it's rewarding you or acknowledging that you have done that work. That had, remember, you were in the heavy readings and energy there for a little while. It's just acknowledging that you've been doing the work to get yourself out of those heavy energies and heavy feelings, you know, and move forward in a more positive light. Because your other card here, that you're showing up as, is the Page of Wands, right? So with the Page of Wands, that's again talking about moving. It's the beginning of moving into that powerful new beginning, right? It's not the Ace of Wands, it's the Page of Wands. It means that movement forward is happening. So great place to be showing up in your reading here. Some decisions had to be made in order to get you into this energy that you're in now, and it's good energy, so don't go backwards is what I want to say. I feel like there's the possibility sometimes we get too confident and we can easily slide backwards into where we were. So you have the Seven of Cups here along with the Knight of Cups, right? So we're talking about you're in a good emotional state. You've come out of that the heavy emotional state that you were in, say, a month to 3 weeks ago. Because like I said, the last week and this week, you've had really great readings, Scorpio. So with the Seven of Cups, there's some kind of decision that you made, obviously, to let it go and move forward and leave that in the past. And then you have your Knight of Cups here, who, again, it's a knight, you know, a page to a knight to a queen to a king. You're progressing through, you're moving forward, you're, oh, Channel for Grace just went live. I'm probably going to lose Valerie. But anyways, you're progressing forward. You know, you're bringing that cup of love to somebody. You're moving or bringing that positive energy into a situation. Here you have great cards. I can't even. You have really great cards. This is all like an acknowledgement of the work that you've done. So you have the King of Coins. You know, he's the fair, he's the profitable, he's the I will lend and not borrow, king of all kings, and he's the most generous of all kings. Also, whether it be emotions or coin, he's the fairest and the most generous of all kings. The High Priestess, right? The work's been done, but now it's time to also reward yourself with your knowledge that you've done the work, right? You've been the scholar, you've gotten the answers, you know without a doubt that you are on the right path to something that is so super sweet and beneficial for you moving into the future here with the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups, I feel in this reading, is the harmony that you have brought yourself by doing the work, leaving the past in the past. Again, I feel like I said, this card came out for you to acknowledge you for all your hard work and being able to move into this much more powerful, positive light and energy that you're going into the week with. And I pray that you keep this energy with you, Scorpio. So that is what I have for you, Scorpio. Thank you so much. Oh, I got some really sweet energy off of that. That was really sweet energy for you, Scorpio. Sagittarius. Are we at 9 o'clock? Oh, we are at 9 o'clock. Channel for Grace only goes live at 9. I tried to get done before she went live because I'm supposed to moderate in her room. But we'll go ahead and take our time, make sure we get some quality readings out here for our folks. And then if I have time, I'll go ahead and hop on over there, moderate. Saggies, what do we have for you? I don't know why, I just feel like this is going to be a really good reading for you. Inner voice. So it's a number 28, 10 to a 1. Inner voice. Maybe something that you're starting out, a new beginning, a new path, a new thought, a new idea, something new. It could be also leaving something behind to start something new, but with the inner voice. And it's funny because I know these are angel wings, but what I'm seeing is the open hand, like giving, like something giving to you, you giving to another. But let me show you the card here. So a 28 can be both ends of the spectrum, right? It can be a 10 and it can be a 1. So with a 10, it's talking about reaching that highest level of understanding. And with the 1, it's also about that inward revolution and bringing yourself back down into a new beginning, right? So take it how it resonates for you, or you could be in both places in a transition as well, for you, Sagittarius. So let's see what your cards say. Maybe you're going to be in a position to see a rainbow this week. And I think that when you do, like, the yellow is going to be the color that jumps out at you. Kind of like the citrine stone that we talked about a few weeks ago. There's something about the yellow energy. It's going to speak to you this week. But I feel like you're going to be in a position to see a rainbow, whether it's an actual rainbow in the sky or a rainbow on a plaque or a sign that you're going to see. Something about the yellow is going to speak to you, the sunniness of the yellow in the rainbow. So Valerie, thank you for showing up. And yes, please come back. And I understand you're going to go watch Channel for Grace. Tell her I said hi and I'll be there when I'm done. Sorry, guys, I'm not taking that card. I thought I was taking 1 card and I took 3, and I'm like, nope, we're not doing 3 cards. So thank you. I love this. I love this. So Sagittarius, you show up here as the 8 of Wands. Again, it's that fast communication, the fast solution to a problem. It's one of the fastest. Again, we talk about it being the fastest card in the deck. In this one, I just love how everything is shooting in the same direction at the same time, about to hit at the exact same time. Everything is going to come in at the same time, and you're going to be able to handle how it comes in. It's going to come in really fast, right? How you handle it is going to be entirely up to you. So being prepared and knowing that this is going to be a time, again, with the Aquarius full moon, remember to let go of stuff that doesn't serve you or that is not in your best interest, and handle only that which is going to serve you. Or you're going to find yourself in this tower moment. But tower moments are not always bad. It can also just be that rebuilding. And maybe for some of you, the Eight of Wands is talking about rebuilding something, but maybe the tower fell, but it didn't. Most tower moments don't happen and you don't get over them overnight. They drag on. It's a long learning process. So maybe it's not necessarily a tower moment per se, but it could be something that causes you to stumble, fall, and have to get back up, right? Or maybe you're getting back up. The reason I feel like you're already getting back up is you also have the Judgment card, and with the Judgment card, that's talking about karmic rewards coming back, karma being served, right? What you put out is going to come back to you tenfold, right? It's saying that you're starting with a clean slate. What did you paint on your last painting, right? If you think of your life or your experiences as a painting, when you're given the Judgment card, you're given a fresh, clean canvas as well, right? What do you want to paint on that canvas? Do you want to have something that is worthy of hanging up on your wall, or do you want to have something that you're going to finish it and you're going to look at it and you're going to want to take it out back and burn it, right? So with the Judgment card, that's kind of your reset button, as well as the Tower is a reset. It's time to take down things that weren't serving you, not built on a solid foundation. It's time to let the tower fall, secure your foundation, make sure that you're putting in the work, that your foundation is going to be lifelong security, and forever after. Whatever you build on it is going to be great, because you're getting that clean slate here with the Judgment card, right? You're getting that clean canvas. So be careful what you paint on that canvas. What you put out will come back to you tenfold, but we don't do anything with the expectation that we're going to get anything back. But remember, if you put out something bad, expect to have that back. Like, that's the only time I ever think about expectations. If I even start to have a bad thought, I will cut myself off real quick, because I don't want any of that stuff coming right back to me, right? So make sure that you are very mindful of what you start. Listen to your inner voice, and in your inner voice, that actually comes from your solar plexus. And now that's making a little bit more sense, because I saw the yellow in the rainbow for you this week, and your solar plexus is a yellow chakra. It's the energy of yellow. It's your intuition. It's your inner voice, right? So be sure you're listening to your inner voice, that everything that you do this week is done with integrity. Integrity is talking about always doing the right thing, no matter who is watching. Because even if nobody's watching, God or universe or source or whatever it is that you believe in is always watching, all knowing, right? So your cards that we have down here on the bottom for you, Sag, right? Yeah, we're on Sag. How to make sure. So we have the Three of Pentacles. This could be a work situation. It could also just be family members coming together and collaborating on something. You have the Five of Swords, where he has defeated his enemies. He's standing there and his enemies are walking away dejected, right? So if you have come out of something where you have defeated your enemies, be careful with your words this next week, that you're not boastful about it. For some that may resonate for you, don't be so boastful about it. Be humble about it, okay? Listen to your inner voice. How would you want somebody, if you were beaten in something, how would you want that person to speak to you? What would you want to hear them say? Wouldn't want to hear them call you a loser, right? So be mindful, be nurturing in however you handle whatever it is that you're going to come out on the top of in this next week, because it'll be so much more beneficial for you. And think about that nice clean canvas that you have, and do you want to hang what you do on the canvas on your wall in your living room? So be mindful, because don't become a burden for somebody else, right? Because you know what it's like to be burdened, and I feel like you have been burdened, and so that when you've been burdened for so long and you get to come out of that burden because you've done all the right things, and so karma finally rewards you for being good and being patient even when you thought you couldn't take another wand, right? With the 10 of wands here, don't put somebody else in that 10 of wands. Don't switch places with them and come out on top with the 5 of swords, having beat your enemies, and then put them in that feeling of the 10 of wands, right? Because that's the karma that you're asking for to come back around the next time for you. So make sure that you treat them the way that you would want to be treated if you were in their shoes, okay? So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I don't. That's a little bit confusing for me. That is what the card said. My glasses are getting fogged up, you guys. I turn off the air conditioner when I leave, and I forgot to turn it on when I came home tonight. So I need to turn my air conditioner on before I go to bed. Well, actually, I have to clean. Okay, Capricorn, here we go. Woo! Think we have a Capricorn or two in the house, maybe? No, maybe it's just me. Ooh. Again, I know I say this all the time, but this really is one of my favorite cards in the deck. I love all Tree of Life jewelry. Anything Tree of Life. I just love the symbolism of it. So this is really cool. I don't know why I'm shuffling these because let's talk about that card first for you, Capricorn. So you get 21 Soul Tribe, right? It's also talking about the Tree of Life. So there's so many things about this card that are so beautiful. So we see Gaia, or Mother Earth, or Pachamama, as some people in the Native community might call it. But Gaia, Mother Earth, right? We talk about when we meditate and when we want to get into a better space in our lives. It's so good to get grounded, and sometimes that's going hiking, spending time at the river, the creek, the mountains, the beach. For me, it's the beach, but I can pretty much do it anywhere. I can do it in my backyard. I just love being outside. Like right now, I have my back door open. I'm listening to crickets out there, and I'm pretty sure there's some fireflies out there. But so this is Earth, and there's the Tree of Life there, and it's talking about rooting yourself, right? And as you root yourself deeper into the ground, the higher you can grow and reach for the stars or the sun or the light. And I see angel wings here. I see the star, the lights up above. I see the tree of life. I see the roots in the earth. And I just feel like this is all coming one in a growth period for you. Never stop reaching further into the earth or staying grounded. Don't let yourself become ungrounded, because you'll dim the lights there. You'll dim your reaching for the lights. You'll dim your perspective. So stay grounded. There's something about staying grounded for you. But the soul tree is just with the number 3. Oh gosh, I've been seeing 3s all week too. All this last week. There's something about the number 3 for you, Capricorn, in this, going into this next week. But the soul tree is talking, it's almost like the awakening card. I feel like the awakening has happened, or you're on the other side of growth, right? So you awaken and you grow, and then you awaken some more and you grow some more. So whichever cycle that you're in that growth period, the sprouting and the reaching for the sun and the light. Don't stop grounding yourself and reaching down as you reach up, so that you can reach higher, right? You have to be more grounded to reach higher, and then when you get to a certain point, you have to ground some more to reach higher, right? So know that whatever level you are in, this week, Capricorn, that you're in a reaching period. And so there's also going to be a period where you're going to need to go back inside and reach down a little bit deeper. But it's a very light week for you, like bright. Something's happening this week. I feel like there's maybe some dream messages going to happen for you, Capricorns. I feel like I'm seeing the moon. I don't know why I'm seeing the star there is in the card or the light, but I'm feeling like the moon. The moon. Holy cow, you guys. Okay, I think I got him. What's going on with me? What? Okay. This is really good. This is really good, Capricorn. Yeah, I feel like you're showing up in the beginning of the week with the Strength card, right? And I just love this Strength card. This one doesn't depict her putting her hand in the lion's mouth, and as you know, like Barb and Chris, no, Barb knows, Chris says, you know, like who would do that? But in this one, I love how she's like it's a she, and she's in her armor, right? But she's strong, and she has, I feel like this is more of a support strength, like getting the support or gaining the support. Again, just like this card, you gain support by grounding yourself in earth. I feel like there's something that you're going to gain, or you're feeling like you're gaining support from. You know, maybe it's from a friendship, maybe it's from a relationship of, you know, of whatever kind. There's something that's making you feel strong going into this next week, something that's got you feeling positive, like things are going in your favor. You have the King of Swords and the Page of Wands. Okay? It's something wow. There's some kind of a mental clarity. I feel like the King of Swords is something that has already brought some kind of mental clarity that's setting you on the Page of Wands journey now. Something that you can be happy or passionate about, right? So I feel like the Page of Wands is kind of the direction you're going to, and the King of Swords is where he allowed you, or it allowed you the clarity to be able to move on into that, the Page of Wands movement. I just see a flicker of a flame, and that's funny because I talked about the flickering of the star on your Oracle card. The rest of your cards are super, super good too. So we have the Six of Cups and we have the Page of Coins. And a second page, by the way. So we have the Page of Wands and the Page of Coins. So this is why I feel like it may have more to do with something that is in abundance on the financial realm, but not necessarily. It can be a relationship because you have that Page of Wands, but it can be a relationship that is brand new also with both pages. Two pages, it could be between two people, making a decision between two people. I don't feel like it's a decision between two people because you don't have anything that's in the twos or the decision making realm here for you. You do have the Six of Cups, so I feel like it is something emotionally stable, but it can also be that contract or that balancing out between something, finding the balance between, like I said, reaching down into or knowing when it's time to reach down into the earth, and knowing when it's time to sprout, knowing when it's time to pay your bills, and knowing when it's time to be paid, knowing when it's time to lend and not borrow, like just knowing when it's time to do one versus the other, right? And finding that harmonious balance between the two. Sorry, I put those in the wrong place. Because supporting you is the Ten of Pentacles. Like, you can't get any better than that. It's something so abundant and beneficial for you, Capricorn, this week. I can't make this stuff up. This 10 of Pentacles is absolutely gorgeous for you. I'm super excited for you. Continue to be that warrior, that know that whatever it is that gives you strength, continue to reach into that well and gain strength and knowledge or guidance from that, whether it be God, source, or universe, angels, whatever it is where you get your strength, Capricorn. Continue to do what you're doing, because that 10 of Pentacles is super, super pretty for you. And thank you, Capricorn. We're going on to Aquarius. You guys, my leg just fell asleep, and I think it's because my booty did too. Aquarius. You guys, I want to let you know that I might have to, well, it'll depend, because I'm in the middle of, like I said, of packing. I don't know where I'm moving to yet, because they actually are not going to put me in the store that I asked them not to put me into. So they're trying to figure out what store to send me to that is in a safer neighborhood. So I'm trying to pack, and I'm trying to leave out enough crystals to talk about, but I find myself unpacking them again. So I might have to go a week or two without crystal talk, or doing crystal talk without having crystals actually here on the channel to show you. I'm just trying to figure that part out. So I don't know why I was looking at the Celestite over here thinking about that. So Aquarius. Oh, yes, Aquarius, this is your full moon. You are going to feel this energy of the full moon, which is very powerful, very powerfully. So again, like I said, the Celestite stone is very, very, very much an Aquarius stone, but it's definitely something that if you can get your hands on, I would definitely carry for maybe the next 14 days for an Aquarius. Definitely wanted to do an Aquarius stone today, but again, I love the Celestite, especially with the Aquarius energy, the energy of the angels. This is talking about soul song. It is a 41 breaking down into a 5. So there could be some kind of a challenge, or some kind of challenge that may come up. Not necessarily for everyone. It's just that the little message that is being given here. Maybe you are overcoming a challenge as well. So with your soul song, it's just learning to listen to that inner child, that inner voice. Listen to your soul. What makes your soul happy? What brings you happiness is going to also bring you that abundance that you're looking for too, whether it be emotional or financial or whatever. I feel more it's going to be more emotional for you. With this full moon, I feel like with this full moon, we're also being asked to let go of things, but I don't feel like there's anything that you're being asked to let go of. I think it's more, unless it is a feeling of lack of good enough. But I feel like it's more of asking you to do a little more meditation at this time. Go inside, listen to your soul song, or find the things that speak to your soul and listen to how it makes your soul sing. Okay, Aquarius. So just realized I have to go to the bathroom. Like I said, we're going to do guardian angel readings tomorrow, but I'm hearing like there's something going to be special for Aquarius tomorrow as well in their guardian angel reading. I keep getting called to the angel wings on the card here for you, Aquarius. Maybe even just go back to last week and see what your guardian angel is to finish out this week here. So we are just finishing up this week and going into next week tomorrow. When we do the guardian angel readings, either there's something in the message for last week for the guardian angel readings that is meant for you to hear or know at this time, or there's something that's going to come in tomorrow's live for you. So just go ahead and check out the timestamps for last week, or join us live tomorrow, or check out the timestamps 30 minutes or so after we finish tomorrow and hear whatever message it is. I just feel like there's some kind of a message that's going to come through. Again, it's a 5, so it's a challenge. Maybe there's some kind of challenge that you just need some kind of connectivity to overcome. Let's find out what your cards say. Wow. Yeah, I'm almost drawn immediately to your situation card here. We'll talk about that in a second. The Knight of Coins. So there is something that you're newly setting out and setting upon, or moving into, and it's so funny because literally every single card here speaks to the sun, right? None of them are the sun per se, but every single one of them has the depiction of the sun in it. And so I will point that out as we go along. With the Knight of Coins here, so the Knight of Coins is talking about taking that journey, or just beginning that new journey that brings you into, or give me a second. I have somebody knocking at the door, you guys. I have groceries that I ordered and I was supposed to be done right now. So give me a second. I'll be right back. Turn the light on. Sorry.
I saw your message and you also knocked loudly. I said no, maybe.
It's okay.
If you don't mind, I'm pleased to hear. Oh, it's not right.
I'll be right there. Sorry, he's having problems. Thank you. Have a good night. You guys, I'm so sorry. That's embarrassing. I tried to be done before you. I didn't think they'd get here till 11, or closer to 11. So where were we? Okay, so we talked about the Knight of Coins, right? Whatever it is a fresh new beginning. I feel like, yes, you're. Why am I seeing horses? Of course, the Knight has horses, but so does the Knight of Cups. Like, I'm seeing the black horse, the white horse, the yin and the yang, the opposites here. Maybe there was a point where you were being pulled in 2 directions and you had to choose what it was. Like, you had to listen to your soul's song to tell you which way to go, because in the end you chose the Knight of Coins to show up here in this next week. But you have the Knight of Cups and you have Judgment. Again, we talked about Judgment being that the blank canvas, the fresh slate. What are you going to write upon the slate, or what are you going to paint upon the canvas, going into this next week? Or what have you been painting on it? Is it time to course correct a little bit? Listen to your soul song to get you through this week. Your cards are really good. I'm just like, I love them. Over here at the bottom of the deck, you have the World, and like I said, I don't turn my cards upside down specifically, so I don't see that stuff. You have the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles here, right? So the things that are like supporting you and bringing you through the week, or that I want you to lean on in this week, the messages for you have to do with the Ace of Swords, which is funny. We don't have any, in our Oracle card, we didn't see the Ace of Swords, but the Ace of Swords energy has come out in many Oracle card readings this week. So the Ace of Swords, that clarity of mind, the understanding and new beginning. That's funny because I only see 5 stars around the Ace of Swords in the crown there. I only see 5 because there's a plant or a leaf and a dove in front of the other star. But so it's kind of, I'm getting the overcoming a challenge, like I said, the dark and the light, and having to figure out which way to go. The challenge has been overcome. You've taken the sword and you've done your thing. Like Zorro, like. There's your 9 of Pentacles, right? This is your bachelorette, your independent, reaping the rewards for a job well done. The situation card, here we have the 4 of Cups. There's still something that you're not paying attention to, and it could be the thing that it could be the soul song, not doing the work to meditate or clear your mind so that you can hear that soul song and get the clarity of coming out, in the beginning of the week with the Page of Pentacles. There's the possibility, I don't feel like this is tripping you up at this time. I feel like there's the possibility of having this trip you up if you're not paying enough attention. Know that to be aware of your surroundings and everything that's going on around you at all times. Don't be so caught up in yourself, or why am I getting studies? Don't be so caught up in studies or reading, or if you, I just got like somebody sitting outside on their lunch break and in their phone, or reading something in their phone, and ignoring the fact that they're on this beautiful bench with a fountain or trees and birds singing around them. Don't cut yourself off. Like, be aware of what's going on around you. Don't be so caught up. And I know it's easy in this day and age to be caught up in our technology and in our phones, and even myself, I'm barely on Facebook. I'm barely on Instagram. I don't even watch tarot card readings anymore for the most part. But I feel like there's something in that message for you. Here's Aquarius. I kind of feel like you've already made the decision with that Knight of Pentacles. You've had the King of Swords, or the Knight of Swords, bringing you that clarity. Don't lose sight of that clarity. Don't lose communication with your soul song. When you hear your soul song, continue to seek it out, acknowledge it, so that it does come back and continues to sing to you, okay? So that is what I have for you, Aquarius. A little bit confusing, I know, and part of that maybe because I got interrupted by the grocery man at the front door. All right, Pisces. Oops. If it wasn't live, I would have paused that so you guys didn't have to sit through that that visit. Doesn't usually take that long, but I think he was new. Pisces. Ooh, this is one we haven't gotten a reading here on the channel before. I love this. I absolutely love this. Such a beautiful card, especially if you like blues and purples and turquoises like I do. I'm such a beach person. But anyways, look at how beautiful this card is. So this is nourish. Nourish your relationships, nourish your soul, nourish life, nourish your mind. Whatever it is, we're going to go ahead and figure it out more with the cards, but it's a 23, also a 5. the way to get over challenges is to nourish the positive and put the negative behind you, right? To think of challenges as a molehill and stepping over them rather than a mountain and having to climb them. Because so many times we can overthink something in our minds and create that mountain out of a molehill, right? And that's kind of, I don't know why I got that analogy with this, but it's something about nourishing, and everything on earth needs water to be nourished, right? Well, actually earth needs sun and water and air and, you know, everything of the elements, but I'm feeling like there's something, hydrate. I got hydrate just now. Something about, there's some kind of challenge. Don't put yourself in a spot where you put yourself in a challenging spot this week. But let's go ahead and read the cards and see what I'm getting here. Of course, water is a Pisces, you know, I mean, Pisces is a water sign, so there could be that as well. Nourishing, I'm getting the North Star, or watching stars, or stargazing, something about being outside at night. Something, and it's night, like night, when the star, if you can get to a place where, you know, if you're in the city, get to a place outside of the city where you see the stars, because when you're in the city lights, you're not going to see the stars as much. I don't know if you know that, but you will not see them as much, but they are there. You just can't see them because of the lights of the city that you're in. So I love where I live because I can see all the stars. I don't live in a bright city, so. Nourish. I thought I saw an ear on there. I'm like, why did I see an ear on there? Maybe there is something that you have to listen to. A warning. I don't get a warning with that card though. My card slipped upside down, guys. All right. Ooh. I know we're talking about the moon in Aquarius right now, but again, we're getting more sunshine. Wow, like in a big way here. Not on all the decks, so, or all the cards, but so Two of Pentacles. You know, Two of Pentacles is talking about finding that balance. The yin and the yang. There's maybe something that's out of balance. We're going to find out what's out of balance with the Two of Pentacles here, as how you're showing up. Going to supported here with the Three of Pentacles, but not just the Three of Pentacles in that entrepreneurship, but with the aid of others, people supporting you or nourishing you in your confidence in moving forward with something. But nourishing you, also aiding you here, is the Magician. So whatever it is that has you in the state that you're entering into this next week, remember to stay nourished, whether it be mind, body, or soul, right? Take it as it resonates, or take the message as how it will feed you or nourish you in this next week in the decisions that you make. Know that you have two really great cards here, supporting you, like bringing you into the week, that whatever decision you have to make, it's going to be a pretty doggone easy one, right? And it's going to be something. I see the ships on top of waves, but those ships, even though they're on top of the waves, they're eventually going to come back down, right? They're going to come back down really hard. If the captain doesn't know how to steer, they can also capsize. So it's kind of finding that balance so that in this week, catastrophes don't have to be made, that you find the balance to steer your way through whatever it is that's put you in this energy going into the week, or that you're in during the week, right? There is a death card here, but death is not a bad card. As scary as it can look sometimes, in this deck it doesn't look very scary. It's just a skeleton, you know. It's a death card. It's a death to something that wasn't nourishing you, something that, you know, like, so like, say, and this is a weird, I don't know why this was given to me, because I don't think in creepy things like this, but like, say you have a mole, or I don't know what they're called when they grow, and it has to be removed. It's just like removing that one little thing that isn't really threatening your life or your situation, but it's removing it for the greater good of all, right? For the feeling, or for the collaboration, for the greater, like I said, good of all people involved in whatever situation it is. It's just like putting it behind, saying, no, 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 I'm done with you. Bye-bye, you know, like, I don't need you here anymore. Because I just love these next two cards, and I'm reading them together, and they're very powerful. Again, with the death card here, you go from the death to the sun. You can't get a happier card in the deck, right? You have the sunshine, but supporting you getting to your sunshine is the Empress. She's pregnant, she's fertile, she's full of abundance, she's ready to gift that, you know, like, the support. You are abundantly supported in this week, no matter what decision it is. You just need to decide what it is that's not giving you the abundance that you need going into this week, right? So putting an end to it, moving forward, transitioning into a brighter, happier existence, or playing field for you, and coming out with that sun card here, like the happiest card in the deck. And we are not too far away from sunflowers either. We should be going into fall here at the end of August. We should start seeing, actually, I think people have sunflowers already popping up in their gardens. And I'm not gonna say I'm jealous, because I'm trying to change the way that I say things, because I'm not jealous. I just wish I could have some sunflowers too, or a yard to plant sunflowers. But anyways, for everybody who showed up today, thank you so much for coming and supporting the channel. For those who watch this later on recording with the timestamps, thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming back. If you're returning, please make sure that you hit the thumbs up and like the video. Subscribe so that you get notified when we do go live again. Thank you for being here, Barb, and moderating the channel for us tonight. Thank you to everybody who showed up, whether you stayed or not. I appreciate your support. Please be sure to hit that thumbs up, like, subscribe if you haven't already, and come back and visit us on Saturdays when we go live. Again, we'll do our guardian angel reading tomorrow. I'll probably talk about Celestite again, just in case people only watch the guardian angel readings, but that is a very good energy stone for the full moon in Aquarius. Thank you all for being here. I love you so much. I tried not to keep you too late tonight. We almost made 2 hours. I'm sorry. But it was really good to spend time with you. There was a lot of beautiful energy, and I'm just excited. So thank you, thank you, thank you. David, thanks for coming back, or staying, or whatever it is. Thank you. I hope you got something out of the reading. Yes, you all have a great weekend. I will see you tomorrow morning. I love you guys so much. Thanks for being here. Satnam.